Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are you both on the matter of Huntington versus Marr?
No, I'm here for the Villegas versus Cannon.
All right, I'll put you back in the waiting room.
I'm here for Huntington Marr.
Okay, Mr. Burrell. Okay, Shannon, you can put us on the record.
Alrighty, go ahead.
And who else would be appearing, do you know, today?
I believe there should be counsel for the receiver.
But you know who that is? I've got a bunch of names in the waiting room. I don't know who's who. I can't tell from the pleadings. There's a Francis Wilson.
I believe, yeah, that's it. It's Francis.
Okay. Are you expecting anyone else?
I don't think so, Your Honor, no.
Okay. As soon as we have an audio connection. Here we go. Okay, you're muted.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Counsel, could you each state your appearances, please?
Francis Belzer Wilson on behalf of the court-appointed receiver. And Your Honor, my client is sitting in your virtual waiting room. If you'd like here.
Hold on, Shannon.
What case is it?
Hold on.
Okay.
Huntington versus Marr.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, I had two people talking to me at the same time and I couldn't hear either one of you. Who's waiting?
Sam Medorsky of M. Shapiro Development on behalf of the receiver. In case the court has any questions, he is in the virtual waiting room.
I just let him in.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm sorry. My clerk did not hear. Could you state your appearances again, please?
Francis Belzer Wilson on behalf of the court-appointed receiver.
And John Burrell on behalf of Huntington National Bank.
Thank you, Judge.
And also present, Mr. Medorsky.
Yes, Sam Medorsky on behalf of the court-appointed receiver.
Okay, very good. So we're here today, looks like to approve the sale, and I thought I saw another entry. Oh, a motion for a default judgment?
Yeah, we filed a motion for default on counts 1 and 2, which are the note and guarantee. All parties have been served and no responses have been filed. That would leave count 3, the receiver, open.
Right, and is there opposition to the court confirming the sale by the receiver, or any objection to the form of order that was submitted?
Not from Huntington, no, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there has been no response or objections received from any party. I will note to the court that my office emailed the proposed order to your clerk yesterday, and a copy should also be delivered today. There is one change on the legal description on Exhibit A did not have the 4th parcel listed. So the order that was emailed yesterday, Your Honor, has included that. This sale includes all of the real estate. There's 4 separate parcels.
All right, and I've got something under cover June 4th. That would be the correct order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. How did you manage to sell a restaurant in this climate? I'm amazed.
I believe that the purchaser of the property is going to be, it's a local investor, and I believe they'll be repurposing the asset.
Very well. There being no objection, no one appearing in opposition, and let me just make sure, I'll look in my waiting room. I'm looking for anyone with the last name Marr. And I don't see, so I'm going to enter the order. We'll make sure that copies get sent out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay, that takes care of that, and there was also a motion for entry of a default. Is it a default or a default judgment?
Default judgment.
All right, and do I have? Ah, there it is. And there's the judgment. Again, there's no opposition to this. I'm going to grant your request and sign your default judgment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and so the order confirming sale is in fact a final order that will close the file.
It's a final order in regards to running the appealability of the order so that the closing can occur, Your Honor. But I don't believe that this matter is closed for all purposes because the receiver will have to do its final accounting and then be terminated and discharged.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll watch for that. I've signed both of the proposed judgments or order and judgment today, and we'll make sure copies are sent out to you promptly. Anything else this morning?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, Shannon, next up is Villegas versus, I can't tell, it doesn't say.
Mine says James.
Villegas versus Cannon. The thing I was looking at didn't say. And let's see who's on this. Mr. Buell, let him in. And the office of Paul Knight. I do not see. Mr. Buell, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Are we expecting opposing counsel?
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Yeah, he shot me an email not too long ago, like at 9:48.
If he's in the waiting room, it's not under his name. I do have names listed for everyone that's in the waiting room, with the exception of an iPhone. I don't know who that might be.
It
I
might
can
be my
try to
client.
Let me try. But obviously, we're going to need Mr. Knight. And he is not here, so I guess I'm going to have to pass on this one and wait for him to show up.
All right, I will give him a call. Thank you.
All right, I'll put you back in the waiting room. Okay, we've got a couple CP federal matters. Looks like Eric White's here on those. Well, I don't know. Mick's here. I'll let him in. Mr. Fallahy, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
You are here on the CP federal matters?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm looking to see, we've got Malik Green is the defendant in both files, correct?
That's correct.
All right, I do not see him in the waiting room. These are motions for possession pending judgment. Looks like one is for a 2015 GMC Yukon and the other was for a motorcycle, if I remember. No, a Corvette.
Yep, Corvette.
All right. The matter was scheduled for 10 a.m. this morning. There's been no opposition to your motion. No one has appeared in opposition. I will grant both your motions. Are there orders in the file?
Judge, I emailed copies of the orders to Patty and to Shannon earlier. Shannon indicated she was in a different courtroom, so hopefully
time
Patty
is
brought
that?
those.
She just walked in.
Spectacular.
All right. Excuse me, I will sign both of these and we'll get you on your way.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is there any way somebody from your staff could email those over to me after you sign them?
I'm sure someone could.
That'd be great, just because there's only a 21-day window where they're effective, so we'd like to try to get them out to the necessary process server as soon as possible.
I'll get these right back to Patty so that she can get them out to you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You are welcome. You have a
Great
wonderful
weekend.
day and a good weekend.
Sounds good. See you later.
Well. Corvette, is this one? Yukon. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks like we have audio connections. This is the matter of Cunningham versus Barnhill. Counselor, would you each state your appearances, please?
Peter Flintoff on behalf of plaintiff, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Eric White appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Barnhill.
What's this up for this morning, gentlemen?
Your Honor, it's up for a motion for me to withdraw. I had previously filed it and noticed it up and thought I had reached an ability to communicate with my client but we have fallen out of contact and I can no longer represent him, Your Honor.
All right, and your client's name is Douglas Barnhill?
Yes, Douglas Barnhill. He also is, yes, Douglas Barnhill, Your Honor.
And I do not see him in the waiting room. So it doesn't, and he's not filed in opposition to the motion. I'm going to grant your motion.
Thank you, and I'll submit an order. I've not heard.
Your Honor, may I make one comment?
Of course.
I believe Mr. White intends to withdraw as to both of the named parties, including US Rock LLC. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
good. And one thing, if I can ask, I assume that the order, or I would ask that the order contain the last known address of both the defendant and the corporation.
I will certainly include that, and I'll also provide you privately, Mr. Flintoff, a phone number and the email contacts I have for Mr. Barnhill and US Rock as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I'm sorry I had to
You're
withdraw.
welcome.
It's always a pleasure to have a case with you.
Likewise.
Okay, gentlemen, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. So we have one matter left. I'm going to let everybody in.
Hey, Lacey.
Hello.
We've got 2 matters left.
Well,
According to my docket. Villegas and Cunningham, or in Lake Trust.
all right. I just let everybody in because I didn't know who's who. I'm calling first the matter of Villegas versus Cannon.
Plaintiff is
Who's
here
here
with
on this?
Ms. Villegas.
Ms. Butler, are you on this matter?
No, Your Honor, I am on Lake Trust Credit Union versus Carolyn Hare and Kevin Lilly.
All right, well, hold on. So were you able to make contact with Mr. Knight's office, Mr. Buell?
I did, and he said that he's in the waiting room.
He's not. Tell him to try again. In the meantime, I'll go forward with the matter that Ms. Butler is here on. No, and oh, there she is, okay. Okay, let me find the file. This is Lake Trust Credit Union versus Hare and Lilly. Counsel, would you state your appearance, please?
Yes, good morning. Elizabeth Butler for Lake Trust Credit Union, P number 80956.
All right, this matter was scheduled for 10 a.m. No opposition has been filed. Neither named defendant has appeared. I will grant your proposed default judgment. I have one attached to your motion.
Thank you. Do you have one for each defendant? I know I sent them.
Oh, okay. I just saw one sign here labeled, so maybe they didn't realize there were 2 separate.
Yeah, we're asking for slightly different things from each.
Yes, I have separate orders for Carolyn Hare and for Kevin Lilly. I will enter both of those today, and we'll make sure copies get sent to you, counsel. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Okay, we are still waiting on Mr.
He just-
Knight.
Okay, he says it's not accepting his personal link name. That's an email he just sent to me. But he also, I mean, just so you're aware, Your Honor, he said he's not opposing the motion and has no issues with the motion or the settlement.
Well, I've got somebody here by iPhone. Let me see who that is.
That could be him.
I saw that one earlier. I just had no idea who it was. Does that look like him?
That's me.
Okay, counsel, state your appearances, please.
John Scott Buell on behalf of the plaintiff, Lemire Villegas.
Your Honor, Paul Knight on behalf of defendant James Cannon.
Mr. Knight, I don't know how many Zoom conferences you've been participating in, but it would be very helpful when you log in that you put your name as opposed to some strange iPhone designation. We utilize the waiting room to know who to let into the hearing and who to keep in the waiting room. There is a way for you to change that and put your name in, so I would just encourage you to explore that.
I appreciate that, Judge. Did you see the USW PRK 12? Is that what you saw?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that was the issue because I tried to also put my name in and it wouldn't accept it. So that, my bad. I'm a WebEx expert. This is my second time on Zoom.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we are here on a motion to approve a minor settlement. Do we need to take some proofs from Ms. Villegas?
Yes, Your Honor. I
Ma'am,
can
would you
start
raise
whenever
your
you're
right
ready.
hand? Would you raise your right hand, please? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your full name, please.
Lacey Nicole Villegas.
Go ahead, counsel.
And Lacey, are you the natural mother and next friend of Lemire Villegas?
Yes.
And did Lemire have a eye condition as a result of being born prematurely?
Yes.
And did he receive some treatment at an ICU upon birth and was then released to your care after that treatment was completed?
Yes.
And is he no longer, and is it correct that he's no longer being treated for those eye injuries?
Yes.
And is he a healthy and happy boy at this time?
Yes.
And is he treating for any conditions that you relate to the fall that you sustained while you were pregnant with Lemire on June 29th, 2017?
No.
And have you agreed to voluntarily settle all of Lemire's claims against the defendant in this matter for a settlement of $5,000?
Yes.
And you understand that from the $5,000 settlement, $1,500 is going to go to Medicaid to satisfy their medical lien?
Yes.
And you understand that our firm waived our costs, but we do have an attorney fee of $1,666 relative to this matter?
Yes.
And so from the $5,000 settlement, the portion for Lemire will be $1,833, which you're asking the court to be turned over to you to be used for the sole benefit of Lemire. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
And was it your choice to accept the settlement offer to resolve this case?
Yes.
Do you feel that accepting the settlement is in the best interest of Lemire?
Yes.
And you understand that by accepting the settlement, you're giving your right to pursue any further actions, whether it's through litigation or otherwise, against the defendant in this matter?
Yes.
And you understand that this is a full and final settlement and you can never make another claim against the defendant, regardless if there's any other future issues that may arise.
Yes.
Have I answered all the questions that you had relative to the settlement?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Your Honor, based on the testimony of Ms. Villegas, plaintiff respectfully requests that this court accept the motion and the order as proposed in the motion to approve the minor settlement.
Did you have any questions, Mr. Knight?
No, I don't have any questions, Your Honor. The defense is satisfied. I know Your Honor's read the briefs. Motion.
So, ma'am, does Lemire have any lasting condition as a result of the injury?
No, he does not.
His eye is normal and healthy.
Yes,
and
sir.
No future issues are anticipated. Okay, thank you. I'm satisfied with the proofs. I will approve this settlement. I do find it's in the best interest of the minor child that it be approved. You mentioned an order. I'm not seeing one in the file.
In that case, I may have not filed it, but I'll make sure I get that to you shortly.
All right, I'm just
It's-
flipping through quickly
It'll
just to make
reflect,
sure.
it'll reflect the information that's in paragraph 10 of the motion, essentially.
All right, very well. I will watch for that order.
Your Honor, one
Anything else,
thing,
Steve?
you're also
Go ahead.
ordering that mother is allowed to sign the release to reflect the settlement, correct? As next
Certainly,
friend?
mother can sign a release.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you, Your Honor. I
you can-
appreciate it.
You can include that in your order.
Will do.
All right.
Thank you, Judge, and I
you all.
appreciate the advice.
Have a good day.
Thank
You
you,
two
Your
have a
Honor.
great weekend. John,
Thank you,
John,
you
I
too.
sent you the release, right?
I don't think you sent me the one for Lemire.
Okay, I will go ahead and get that to you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about the delay. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
Good day, everyone.